Namaste. So in a previous video, I had shared with you a very brief introduction about the Panchanga, why we need to read a Panchanga and what is the difference between Panchanga, an almanac and a calendar. Okay, so now in this video, I would just like to share with you how to read a Panchanga and how to get maximum out of the Panchanga. The Bharatiya Panchanga that we are making and we are printing, which I personally write, okay, is in a tabular format, and the first column will have Tithi and Vara. Tithi and Vara are like date and day of the week. Okay, so for example, what I can tell you is like certain things are very good to be done, auspicious to be done in certain tithis. Certain things are not so auspicious to be done in certain tithis. So we need to just know that and just accept the tithi as it is and vara as it is. Okay, like for example, on Shanivara or maybe on Shanivara during the Rahu Kalam, we are not supposed to do anything auspicious. It is always better to be avoided. Okay, and most of the times during Rahu Kalam, anything auspicious should be avoided. Only thing that you can do during Rahu Kalam is to do puja. Okay, and japa, dhyana, meditation, sadhana, all these things can be done during the Rahu Kalam. Okay, so Tithi and Vara is there. The next one is called Nakshatra. Sometimes some people come and say, this child was born into our house, and after the child was born there is a lot of auspicious things that are happening and Lord has brought in a lot of prosperity. How come some children bring in this kind of auspiciousness? Some children bring auspiciousness as well as prosperity. Some children are not so auspicious when they are born. It's not that they are inauspicious or something like that. They do bring auspiciousness, everybody, but lesser. The impact is much lesser. So why does this happen? This is happening because some children are born during certain Mahanakshatras. It is predestined also during some Mahanakshatras. So when they are born during these Mahanakshatras, they are bound to bring in lot of auspiciousness as well as prosperity. So this is how we can know. For this, I will be, to give it more in detail, I will have to talk about all the 27 nakshatras, okay, which can be another topic on its own and another video on its own. Okay, so I'll go to the next. After the Tithi, Vara and Nakshatra, the next is the Yoga. Okay, now these yogas, for example, there is Shubha Yoga and Saubhagya Yoga. These two yogas, whenever you see this in the Panchanga, you can be assured that whatever you do during that time will be very auspicious. There are certain yogas, like say for example, Ganda Yoga, Rati Ganda Yoga. Certain things should not be, any auspicious things should not be started when you have those kind of yogas on a particular tithi. Okay, so that is how we have to view this yoga. And then the next one is Karna. The Karna also, in association with the tithi, certain Karnas are auspicious, certain Karnas are not so auspicious. So we need to start anything new. Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga, Karna, if everything is perfect, those days are supposed to be the best days to start with. For example, you want to change your job, okay, or maybe you want to quit a job. Even quitting a job, it is best to be done on a very auspicious day, so that your next job will also be auspicious. If you quit a job on a not so auspicious day or on an inauspicious day also, there are certain days which are inauspicious. Okay, so if you do it during that time, then what will happen? It will have an impact on your next job also. Okay, this is, once we know this, it is better to just follow it. So there are a lot of people who don't know any of this and they are just simply doing all these things anytime. And some people may have an impact on their life, some people it may not have an impact. So it's okay, but once you know it, it is good to wait or take a decision during the auspicious time. So quitting a job or joining a job on an auspicious day, auspicious tithi, vara, nakshatra, yoga, karna is very good. It will be wonderful to do it like that. Okay, and then we have sunrise, sunset, and then we have also the moonrise and moonset. Very interesting thing. Sunrise and sunset are the two times when actually they have to do the Agnihotra Homa. There are many people now who have learnt Agnihotra Homa and they are doing this Agnihotra for various purposes. Exactly on sunrise, exactly on sunset, we have to do this Homa. So I have given the sunrise sunset timings as well as moonrise moonset timings also. These are very important for japa, moonrise and moonset timings. So these are very important for japa. So these kind of information is also there. Other than that, in the next column I have put the Rahu Kala, the Yamaganta Kala, the Guli Kala as well as the Abhijit Lagna. For example, the Rahu Kala. Rahu Kala is not a standard timing. Okay, there is many calendars or many Panchangas give standard timings. That is wrong. Actually, the Rahu Kala varies according to the sunrise. There is a calculation how we arrive at the Rahu Kala. So according to the sunrise, the Rahu Kala changes. So according to every tithi, I have given Rahu Kala for every tithi separately. So better to see that and then decide whether to start something auspicious. You are not supposed to start anything auspicious during Rahu Kala. But you can do pujas. If you are fixing, suppose if you are fixing some puja, for example for Shiva, okay, on Monday, somewhere between 7:30 and 9 o'clock, or sometimes it might be even 7:15 to 9:30, something like that, during that time, that is the best time to do Shiva Puja, like Rudra Puja or some Homa that is you want to do. These kind of things is best to be done during Rahu Kala. Or maybe you want to do Japa, Mahamrityunjaya Japa or something like that. Wonderful time to do Japa Sadhana is during the Rahu Kala. Then there is the Yamaganda Kala. Better not to start any journey, or better not to start something new, or better not to start a project when it is Yamaganda Kala. It's just 1.5 hours in a day that we will have this Yamaganda Kala. And during that time, anything auspicious or new should not be started. That is why I have given that Yamaganda Kala. Then there is Guli Kala also. Guli Kala also similarly, to start or not start any auspicious things, we should look at these things, these timings also. Then finally there is a Abhijit Lagna. This Abhijit Lagna is hardly for 45 minutes to 50 minutes only, okay, in every day. And this particular time is very, very auspicious if it is not clashing with one of the other things, like it might clash with Guli Kala, or it might clash with Rahu Kalam, something like that. If it is clashing with one of the other three, that is the same, almost the same timings, then Abhijit Lagna also becomes inauspicious. So when it is not clashing with any of the three and it is separate, you can just see them. You can just see it. You will know whether it is clashing with any of the three. And if it is not clashing, Abhijit Lagna is the most auspicious time of the day. You can do anything very good on that particular time. At that particular time, you can maybe even quit your job, or maybe you can even join a new job. Like that you can do particular time. Or drive, take a long drive, travel somewhere. Okay, that's the best time of the day to do all these good things. Okay, Abhijit Lagna is also given. And in the final column, penultimate one before the final column, I give Parvas and other observations. This is about the festivals, Vratas and the Jayantis, like for example Ramanuja Jayanti, or maybe even Shankar Jayanti, Madhva Jayanti, these kind of Jayantis, that is the birthday of many big saints and other people like that. And also festivals, many other festivals, and vratas, what vrata has to be done on which day, that also is given in one of the columns. And in the last column, last but not the least, what I have added there is a Gregorian calendar date. That is just for our reference. And the purpose of making this Panchanga and making this Panchanga popular is so that we stop using the Gregorian calendar over a period of time and start using Panchanga much more, because Panchanga is very, very scientific. It is based on very minute calculations of every movement in this universe. What we are seeing is exactly what is written in the Panchanga. So very scientific, Panchanga is very scientific. Please do not take it as any superstition. It is precise movement. One thing I would like to add finally here is that the people who write Panchanga, read Panchanga and make Panchangas can predict the further forthcoming eclipses for more than 1000 years. Next 1000 years, when the eclipse will happen, which part of the earth the eclipse will be seen, and which nakshatra it will affect, who has to do what for the next 1000 years, we can precisely calculate and tell. Okay, that precise Panchanga is. So my sincere request to all of you is to start using Panchanga much more than the Gregorian calendar. Thank you. Namaste.